Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are in the world. My name is ZImbabwe, and I'm happy to be speaking at the Africa Legal Innovation Week. Just 8 months ago, in March of 2020, we were in Nairobi at the Africa Law Tech Festival. We discussed ideas and we shared vision for the world's future. But what did we know? The world has changed, and at last, and thankfully, the law is changing too. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the state of legal innovation in Zimbabwe, and I'll touch on three critical issues. First, I'll talk about attitudes, how they've changed, and how that is driving innovation. Second, I'll talk about regulation and how there's an eagerness to continue and to start building on regulation that makes sense to drive innovation in the legal space. And three, I'll talk about the future of legal innovation. So in December 2019, certain conversations could not happen in the legal space, especially relating to technology. What the pandemic has done is to bring that eagerness, bring that understanding. And what better way to do it than to get a situation where courts are closed, lawyers are shut down of their offices, and lawyers are not getting that revenue stream that they were so used to for decades and even centuries. That is what the future and that is what the present now looks like. I'm very excited to share that in Zimbabwe, there's an eagerness and there's a zeal from the part of lawyers, institutions to be able to embrace technology and to find out how to do things differently. Things are changing, and things are changing in different ways. Number one, things are changing on the innovation side of things, on the business model side of things. Lawyers are starting to think of new ways to make money. They're starting to think beyond the billable hour. We're seeing lawyers partnering with startups to come up with technologies that can spearhead growth in conveyancing, in real estate. And that is what the future and the present already looks like. Things are also changing from an innovation side of things, from a technological side of things. The days where lawyers have to stack their offices in paper are gone, surely. And like I said, that was spearheaded by this understanding that you can be locked out of your office and you still have to make money, you still have to provide justice to the public that is yearning to get that. So these are things that are happening in Zimbabwe, and these are things that make me and many other colleagues in the space very excited. We're also seeing a change of attitude from the regulator, which is exciting because the role of the regulator has been in the past regulating lawyer conduct, understanding what is wrong, what is right, but not being futuristic. What we're seeing in the conversations we're having with colleagues in the space show us that the regulator is ready to regulate for the future. And the future, like I said, looks different. The future will involve new practice areas, will involve alternative practice areas, will involve startups that fall within the ambit of the regulator. And the regulator seems very interested and capable to do this at this time. They'll obviously need our help and the help of many of you that are watching today to come up with sensible regulation. But it's a task and a challenge that we together in the innovation, specifically the legal innovation space, should focus on and should assist the regulator. The third thing that I want to talk about today is the future. What does the future look like for the law and the state of innovation in Zimbabwe? As I said, the zeal, the excitement, and the passion appears to have been injected into many in the legal space. But what do we do with the zeal? What do we do with this passion? What can we do to spearhead growth and to use the law as a tool to help so many people by leveraging on innovation and technology? So the future for me looks like this. Startups are already starting to come up with new solutions that are going to spearhead growth. Startups are already here in Zimbabwe, even neighboring countries such as Zambia. I was part of some program that showcased many startups that are specifically dealing with justice issues. And startups are going to play a key role in the future of law that will unravel before our very eyes. The second thing is that the regulator obviously will be capable and assure the public that they can regulate these new entities, these new technologies to ensure that they meet the goals of our noble profession as lawyers, to help the public and to do justice. The future also looks different in terms of financing justice. The days where people just go to a lawyer, pay for an hour of their time, and get something done could be coming to an end, because people now understand, especially lawyers, that that model can unravel, can crumble in the face of a pandemic, in the face of changes. So the future will look different in terms of how financial aspects of legal technology will be dealt with. There are already new models where people are partnering other organizations. Obviously, there are regulatory issues, partnering insurance companies, partnering banks to deliver a new kind of legal services. And that is what the future looks like. I'm very excited to be part of the Africa Legal Innovation Week and to share ideas of a new future for the world and for the law. Thank you.